1% of our population joins the military, yet over 50% of suicides are carried out by our heroes. It is time to find a way to help those who served our country. I challenge you to join us on February 22nd for our 22-hour podcast, Community Mission to Serve Our Veterans. Tell your story, introduce your solutions, inform us about jobs, homes, or other opportunities to show your support to our veterans. Donate or sponsor. Use the QR code above and prove you're ready to make a difference. Make a commitment to the community mission to serve our veterans. Good Monday morning to everyone. How's it going? I guess it's Monday afternoon, but hey, it's morning somewhere, even though it's Tuesday morning in the places where it's morning. Okay, so hey, good Monday afternoon, Tuesday morning to everyone. We are literally hours away from the 22-hour podcast. The QR code you see in the corner is the QR code that you can go to for all the channel information, for a reduced cost for a sponsorship. We're dropping the prices because we're coming down to the wire. And from this point on, any penny made is going to the causes. So please jump on the QR code above and make sure that you support us. You can see behind me many of the wonderful items, the Yeti, the backpack, the books, not the Megadeth beer. I'm sorry, that's mine. You can't have my Megadeth beer. I'm not sure if you would want it by now. I think that stuff is like 6-7 years old. So I'm not even sure how good it would be now, but it's mine anyway. You can't have it. The gift certificate from the wine, the cast iron skillets, all of this stuff is for you to bid on when you go on to the QR code, and it'll take you to our Just Butter page. Today's episode, I get to sit down with a person who I was talking to, or I met at an event, who had such a fascinating story. And I knew that we just had to get him on because his topic is something a little bit different than we're used to. Parents, please make sure that if you have young ones around, You maybe pause this and replay it when they're no longer in the room. There are some very, very adult situations in this. It's not too terribly bad, but we just don't want this repeated. Um, had a great time recording this with Vincent, and I think that there are some fantastic topics and information in here about a young man who struggled with insecurities and depression. So, without further ado, I would like to bring you Mr. Vincent Hazenboom and our conversation. Uh, I will be back after this recording, and we will talk just briefly about community mission to serve our veterans. Very excited. And just as a warning, this conversation is going to have a very, very adult nature. But in my mind, and Vincent, I'm pretty sure that you would agree with this too. This is definitely something that, even parents need to hear, because, young adolescent kids, this could be something that does affect them. But I'm being joined by a new acquaintance and a pretty good friend of mine, Vincent Hazenboom. Vince, how's it going?
I'm doing good. What about you,
Uh,
Zach?
doing good, doing good. Like I was telling you a minute ago, trying to get everything set up the uh, for the event this week and getting everything going. So a little scrambled brain, but not much different than usual. So, but Vincent, why don't you get started by telling us a little bit about your journey, a little bit about your story, um, and how did everything that you're doing and how to heart, how did it begin?
Well, when I was younger, I was afraid of everything. So everything scared me, from girls to going out to do the things that I wanted to do. And that manifested for me for many, many years. I stayed at home for many, many years. I started playing video games. I started playing, consuming porn addiction. And it got worse and worse and worse. And I got stuck. I got so stuck that I got so afraid that I didn't do anything. And my life was just like that every day, watching pornography and playing video games. And there was a lot of fear and a lot of anxiety to do those things. I never been taught how to overcome my fears or to interact in the world. I was still a baby, even though I was an adult. I felt like a kid and I didn't know how to interact with the world. So eventually, when I think I was in 2020 or 2014, I was playing a video game, and eventually I got a message from my higher self that gave me the message that I need to quit gaming. And I was just like flabbergasted. I was like, where's this coming from? But that feeling was so strong and so vivid that I put my controller down and I felt I need to do something about this. This is not okay. I've been spending almost my entire life playing video games and not doing anything. So I felt I had to make a change. So the next couple of days I told my parents like, "Hey, I need to make a change because this is not okay. I cannot keep on going like this." And they were a bit like flabbergasted that I told them that. But they said, "Yeah, if you need help, you need help." So then I went to see a doctor. I explained my situation, and he sent me to a therapist. And she was really my angel because she asked me, like, "Hey, what do you do with your life?" And I looked at her and just started to cry. I was just like, I told her that I can't.